Hi everybody, John here. This is going to be my entry for Moen Rock's contest. He asked us to show a few records, 3 questions and then a bonus question. First thing that Moen asked us to show is a favourite world music record. I can't really say that I have a particular favourite world music record. Don't listen too much of it, but I was aware that I have this particular record close to hand, which apparently is world music. It's called Black Magic. Now the record is it's an Austrian production, so I can't actually read the text on the inside because it doesn't really mean anything to me. I don't read Austrian. And the record is one that I picked up in a charity shop here in Wales for next to nothing, 50p or something like that. The reason why I still have it, because I'm not really intending to include this in my collection, is because it's in very, very, very good condition, almost mint, and I see these going for a lot of money on Discogs, so rather than just sort of eject it back into the charity shop system, I thought I'd hang on to it. But anyway, I'm going to put this on and we can listen to it while I show the rest of the records. There we go. This is a double album and it's the first side. So there you go. The next question was to show a record that is sport related. The first thing that came to mind was this 12-inch record by New Order. But Moen Rock showed this himself as an example, so I feel that I probably it's probably not a good idea to show this one. So I'm going to show this one. I don't have a lot of records that are sports related in any way, but here's Genesis' Spot the Pigeon. It's got an obvious football picture on the front. This is an EP and it's basically what they call them, offcuts from the Wind and Wuthering album. They were recorded in the same session, but they weren't included. Some people say that Wind and Wuthering would have been an even stronger album had at least 1 or 2 of these tracks been included. Others say that you're not really missing much. I don't mind. I mean, yeah, a couple of them are perhaps fairly average. One of them is particularly very good. Anyway, this is a Danish pressing, and there's a track on here called Match of the Day, which is a football related song. So there you go, there's my sports related.
There's the reds and there's the greens, super slicks and has-beens, and they're accompanied by 3 men dressed in black. One's in the soul to a flags, and quite often they're the drags. Keep the ball to the goal, put it back. This match of the day's the only way to spend your Saturday.
The next question was about drink or drinking. Show music that's somehow related to drinking. I'm going to show this. This is a compilation album called Music to Drink Beer To. I actually won this in a contest, a VC contest. It was Stavros, Spinning Greek, who had a contest, and he had about 4 or 5 prizes, so that meant there could be more than one winner. And I can't remember exactly how he did it now, but basically if you were the last person to choose which of the prizes you wanted to have, you got to have 2. So I chose this one, and a 12-inch by I think an Asian artist. But there you go. So it's basically that's quite an interesting little compilation, published, issued in 2015. But it's got 1 or 2 odd songs on here. So you got Bob Dylan, for instance, Taj Mahal, Iggy Pop and the Stooges, the Byrds, Janis Joplin, Muddy Waters, that kind of good stuff. So there's my drink-related record. The only other one I can think of is a CD that I have by this band called Corner Shop. I don't know if anyone's familiar with these. These were they're sort of an Asian Sikh-based pop band, and I can remember when this came out, they had one particular very, very big hit. What was it called? A Brimful of Asher or something like that. Anyway, there's a track on here called It's Good to Be on the Road Back Home Again, which is sort of a country and western type Indian pastiche with sitars. Quite interesting, and I'm not really sure of the meaning of the song. The lyrics aren't here, but I think it's basically about being consumed by alcohol or addicted to alcohol, and the thoughts that it brings into your head. I'll do a little needle drop. It's quite an interesting track. In fact, I would say it's probably the best track on this whole album.
Drinking to my friends and drinking to my foes, for both keep a young heart moving. It's good to be on the trail from where my heart set sail, putting anchor down for friends and good beer. So I'll have another one, then I'll be moving on. It's good to be on the road back home again. It's good to be on the road back home again. Make way for a lady.
And by the time that he arrives, he will read, I have lied. He'll go drinking to his friends and his foes. But drinking is the devil that drives one apart, leaving memories of what should have been and wasn't. Some petty business.
So for the bonus question was to show music by or some connection to Danish or Danish artists. That was tricky, and I actually had to sort of think a little about this. And apparently, for some reason, in my collection, there aren't an awful lot of connections to Denmark. Moen Rock suggested, for instance, a certain popular heavy metal band has got a Danish drummer, Lars Ulrich, but I didn't want to go with that, so I looked a bit further, and the only name that I can really come up with is a guy called Lars Fredriksson.
If you wanna make a movie,
main guitarists and singers in Rancid, and he is half Danish, half American, so I assume by that it means that his mother is either American or Danish, or his father is American or Danish. But I believe he was raised in America, but he's still Danish technically. So, okay, I think that's all the questions answered. Thank you very much. Go and check out Moen Rock's channel. He's hasn't been around that long, but he's doing some great stuff, showing some interesting records. Okay, and I would just like to say thank you very much to everybody. Check out my next video. Bye.